Hey, I didn't actually realize this before I started filming. Where is it? Where is it? Which direction is this? It's there. It is. Check it out. I didn't actually realize that we've got this over here. I haven't seen one of these in ages. Seriously? There's a woodland mansion right next to where I was actually filming. I can't believe that. That's the most ridiculous thing that just came out of nowhere. I haven't seen one of these in so long. I reckon it's been years. Man, I've kind of missed these places. They're really cool. They're just so rare though. How often do you really come across them? Okay, yes, I'm getting distracted. Okay, back to the video, guys. Let's go. Okay, so what we're doing is building a flying item sorter. So I believe that this shouldn't be too hard to do. Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to build this off in the sky a little bit. I love that. That's just one of those Minecraft satisfaction moments. I think what we're going to need to do first of all is make a flying machine that's slow enough. And I know one type of flying machine that's probably best suited to flying slow enough that we can actually build things without hopefully the whole thing crashing into each other. So what we'll do is we'll build a very, very simple sort of flying machine. And you may have seen this in other videos. It's a very simple sort of type of flying machine. It's nothing too sort of crazy. It's just basically kind of like a big clock. Think of it as a big clock. So then we can go up like this. And we might just go one more like that. Okay, and then we can do the top section. Then we can do something like that. That looks pretty good. No, that's not going to work. Maybe if we did that one. And then we did, say, one here. No. There we go. I put it there. And then we go just over here. And why is that not matching up? Did I stuff up on this side or something? Or what? It looks like I've done it all perfectly fine. Doesn't seem to be matching up very well though. And still got one block gap. What the? How am I not doing this correctly? Let's try something different. Okay, let's try this. Let's see if that works. Yeah, I can see that working. Wait, what? How is this facing the wrong direction? What have I done? Oh, that's why it's not working. I've stuffed it up right here. Okay, let's let's get rid of that. I knew that there was something wrong with this. It's because I stuffed it up. This is probably like the worst tutorial videos. This really has to be quite terrible for someone to try and follow. And what? No. Why? Oh, I've stuffed it up right here. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's try that. Okay, now I can do the honey block line. Then I can just put one here. And there we go. Now that's all done. It's all working. The sun is setting. I didn't turn off the night shift. Now it's daytime. Okay, so the next part from here is I'm just going to fill in all these with some pistons. So we'll just do it all along here, kind of like that. Nice and easy flying machine, nothing too complex. If you ever do try to make something like this in Java version, just remember that when I use the redstone blocks, you're probably going to want to actually use observers. Okay, and that's all that done. So all that we have to do now to make this fly is first of all grab ourselves some obsidian, and then I can just put a piston a bit more in front on this first one here. So you need one where basically it's kind of like an unstable flying machine. So all these are in a position that they're not getting affected by the redstone blocks right there. But one of them is, which means that it will try to fix itself up, then it fixes all the other ones up, and then it just keeps on going around and around and around. In Java version, unfortunately, because you have to use observers and you can't actually get away using redstone blocks with it, it means that, yeah, it's not perfectly unstoppable. So in Bedrock, if I was to put obsidian here and then break it, it will automatically update itself and then keep on going. And as most of you guys know, in Java version, block updates, yeah, there's that. Okay, so here's our starting point. And what I'm thinking is, in fact, let's keep the redstone block sort of madness going on, and let's try and extend this forward, but using redstone blocks. So we should be able to do it like that, and then have another one there. Yeah, that should work actually. That should be a very simple but very effective redstone sort of pushy forward sort of thing. Yeah, that should work well. In fact, I could do those the whole way along. Okay, and let's just make sure that it is working. So if we get rid of that, then that will go forward. Yep, and those all push themselves forward. So piece of cake, no problems whatsoever. Okay, so that should be all that we sort of need. Maybe one, actually we probably need one that goes up and above and goes back down, but that's okay. We'll sort that out when we come to it. So what I'm thinking is that we have something here. So what if we extended out this line and we had, say, a piston here, and then we had an observer here facing upwards, and that should give us the ability to push them all forward. Now we just need another one to push them up, and they'll all automatically go back because obviously this is flying along. Then we just need one to push them down and then to trigger this one again at the end. I think that should be easily doable. It'll make sense once I do it. Okay, so let's put down some chests. I'll let you guys know as well that Bedrock Edition's the only one that you can actually put down chests and push them with pistons and things like that without any mods. Java Edition, you can do it. You just need to use something called the carpet mod from Nembon. It's very useful. You've probably seen it a million times on things like Ilmango's channel and Mumbo's channel and things like that, namely because it's a very interesting mechanic, and it's part of the reason why I love Bedrock so much. It's a very, very interesting mechanic. You can build really cool stuff like this. What we need from here is we need a piston that pushes upwards, so kind of like that. Then we need to attach it to the flying machine, so if we just bring this line down and put it here, and of course we're probably going to need to have an observer on that one, so something like that. That should be okay. And now from here, what we need is the rest of the flying machine, well, the rest of the chests will be up and along kind of like this. So that's easy enough to sort of do. Okay, so now we've got all our chests here. What we want to do is let's get rid of that one. Let's bring our redstone, well, let's bring our flying machine line so that it's getting sort of pushed up and along over there. Okay, so if we had it like that, and let's make it a different color, obviously, just to make things a bit easier on ourselves. And how can we do this is the big question. So what we might just do is we might do a very simple one using obviously the sticky pistons. And let's put one here, put an observer on top. And if we put another one here, then observer, sticky piston, observer, sticky piston, we get the idea. It's fairly sort of basic stuff. Maybe one more. We'll have to have a look. So now all that we should have to do is basically make a line along here, line along there, and if we get rid of that one, just chuck it down like this, then that should be all powered now. So that's easy enough to do. And I won't get rid of those blocks, otherwise it will break everything. Although, no, those blocks are in a bad location, aren't they? Because they're going to get stuck on the flying machine. Okay, so how this is going to work from here is we don't need to push anything along here because they'll be naturally just basically going along as a flying machine does. But we do need one right sort of here, like that, and that will enable them to be pushed down. So if we connect up that one to another line, just like that, and is there a better way? Not really. That's probably the best way that I could imagine. And let's just chuck in another observer like that. Now, the last thing that we do need to do is we do need to also activate this one at the very end to make it go back to the original starting position. So if I just do something like that, that should work. Yeah, okay. Now all that we would need is something like a feed line. So if we had, say, a little bit more honey block on this section here, and we grab ourselves, well, we've already got chests, we just need to grab ourselves a hopper and chuck a hopper in here and a chest. In fact, let's make a second one, because this is how the items are going to get in, and it's only going to actually work as long as this whole machine's flying. So if we can sort more items more quickly, that's a good sort of benefit to things. So let's chuck in that there, chuck in that there, and could I also make one in the middle? I probably could, but it's not really worth it. It's not a big sort of deal. So what we'll do is let's see if this all works so far. Let's get rid of this. Should I make a backup? I can imagine that it should be fine. I can get rid of that one. Let's get rid of those to reduce the lag. Have I gone too many blocks here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I'm good there. I should be good there. This one's definitely well under. So I can't see how this shouldn't work. So let's see how this goes. And gets pushed along. That gets moved over. Oh, no, 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 don't push. Wait, what? Is that? What? Hang on, hang on. I want to see how this works. Let's get rid of that. And why is this broken? How did that break? I deleted the block, didn't I? I bet you I accidentally deleted that block. Okay, let's fix the flying machine. Why does this stuff always happen to me? Why? Okay, there we go. Flying machine's fixed. Oh, no, 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 no. That's a problem. That's a problem. Why is that not activating? Why has... Oh, because this has got too many. Let's remove that. Okay. No, I've made a mistake. You see, this block can't be at the very end. It needs to be one more from there. So if I chuck in another one, and then probably another one, just to give ourselves a little bit more time, then what I should be able to do is just come out over here and put a block here. That way it's got a little bit of a delay between it actually firing off this one and then eventually setting off that one again. That should be okay. Okay, so if we chuck in some more observers, so kind of like that, and then I don't need to put one there, so we should be okay now. And why is that not activating? What are you doing? Why are you not activating? In fact, I could just have them there. Yeah, have one there. That should be fine. Maybe. Let's see how this works. Okay, gets pushed, goes around, goes over, gets pushed down, gets pushed across. Yes! This is all working now. Except for these ones, which they stuffed up when I was stuffing around with things. So that's... No. Why is that not going to plan? And why have you broken again? Why must you break every time? Oh, 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 oh. They're becoming a problem. Okay, now we've got this thing moving. So we should be reasonably okay. That gets pushed down. Why is that not pushing down? Oh, because that's on the wrong one now, isn't it? That's where a problem actually is. Okay, let's just do that. No, no, no. Ah, bollocks. Okay, let's just... No, no. Come on. There we go. Okay. So that one's pushed down now. Why did that have problems in the first place? What? I don't understand how... Why are you having issues? You're literally an observer with a piston on it. I think that's a pretty easy job. Why are you not firing? Come on. Come on, dude. You're letting down the team. Okay, let's... You know what? I'm going to simplify this thing. I'm just going to do... Let's go that one and that one. There you go. You happy now? Happier? Yes, it's happy. Okay, so that should be... Okay, although the flying machine's not moving fast enough. If we instead get rid of that one and put it here, then it comes up and around, comes over. Yes! No! It's still too slow. The flying machine isn't actually big enough. That's probably the problem. So let's make it a little bit bigger. I mean, if you had a flying base anyway, your flying machine would probably be a lot bigger than this, just because it's, you know, the bigger the better as far as the more blocks you can push, and also it happens to be that the slower that it moves, and slow is king when it comes to flying machines. Let's have this maybe here, like that. There we go, that works. So we'll chuck in a few of these extra, and we'll just chuck in a few more redstone blocks. Luckily enough, redstone blocks are actually really cheap, so it's not like you're really freaking out about giant redstone blocks everywhere. Okay, and that should be okay now. And yep, plenty of time for that to go all the way up and around, to get pushed down, move along, all that stuff. And why is that now one in front? That shouldn't be there. What's happened there? In fact, if I just delete that block, it should not move those. And then it doesn't move any of them. Okay, let's do it like that. There we go. There we go. That worked. It looks a bit sort of weird and janky, but it works. Yeah, that works pretty well. Okay, so let's add in another chest to the system. In fact, let's just add in a few more. And let's see how this operates. So we've got it where the chests are going along. It comes up. It seems like it's doing well. Oh, why is that not pushing him forward enough? That's a problem. Why is that not activating when it moves? Because we actually kind of want a gap there. There we go. I think it just got stuffed up before or something like that. So let's introduce another chest and see how that all sort of works. So we've got the chest coming along here. I should have put that chest closer. I'm regretting that. Here it comes. So we get a chest coming along. So that gets pushed down, gets pushed around. Yes, that's exactly what we wanted, what we needed. Yeah, see, that's still going to occur. Come on, you've got two observers here. You should be able to... Why is that not pushing that? Have I got too many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is a bit of a problem. But that's okay, that's okay. I can fix it. Let's just break that for a second. And then the second time that it comes along here, I can now fix that. Get rid of that one there. And that should be fine. So let's have... Okay, there we go. That was the problem. Too many blocks. I was trying to push too much. So this should now work. Okay, here we go. So we have it all going along there. Gets pushed along. And... Okay, so this is where the magic happens. So we have it pulled along, pushed along. Then we have that one getting stuck there. That's not good. Yes. I haven't noticed this as a problem. So this one's having issues as well now. Okay, how am I going to fix up that? What if, in that case, we got rid of that, maybe got rid of that, and then we could run, say, a sticky piston facing downwards, and run just that off an observer, and then it sort of just pulls it up. That could work a bit better. Okay, let's see how this works. So this way it shouldn't really interfere with anything, well, there's nothing to really interfere with in front of. And so it gets pushed down over here, gets pushed along, and that, okay, well, I've got one chest too little. So let's let it do its thing. It gets pulled up, all perfectly fine, and it seems to be working. Is that actually working now? Okay, so let's see how this works with a few more chests. It's not enough chests to completely break everything, worst comes to worst, so it should be okay. So it gets pushed along, that gets pushed down, gets pushed along again, gets pulled up in a second, and then we have a gap, obviously. So we need to fill in this gap with just a few more chests, but it seems to be working. This seems to be actually working. Let's just keep an eye on it. Okay, gets pushed along, gets pulled. This is really wrecking my mind. It's probably much easier to think about this if yes. Okay, that's working. That is definitely working. Okay, now all that we have to do is worry about the item sorting part, but that is super simple. This is a ridiculously simple system to actually work. So to actually sort out the items, all that you have to do is we need to clear out our inventory. So like that. And now we need to choose a few different stackable items. Let's just choose any old random stuff. Okay, so all that we have to do here is to basically fill in every single slot, because what that's going to mean is for you guys that, well, if anyone doesn't know how this works, is that because all the slots are taken up, only ever the beehives can actually enter this chest. So there's nothing that this hop can do about this chest, because basically everything's taken up by a slot. So if we go along and do that to every single one of these, what should happen is that it fundamentally makes a very simple version of an item sorter. Okay, so now we've got all this stuff in here. Basically, we've got every single chest filled up to the brim with items of all different sorts. There's a few different item sorters that do work on this principle, but never has there been one on a flying machine. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. All that we need to do from here now is to basically chuck in some of these into all these different ones. I've added a few more of these sort of item sorty line thingy-bobs. As you can see, the faster that we actually sort them out, the better, I was thinking. So let's just fill up all of these with different sort of random lovely stuff. And that should be it. Okay, so if we set this off now, what should happen is that it should now fly along, and whenever it comes up to a chest that it can actually put items into, like, well, I guess it's still loading. Yeah, but whenever it comes up to a chest that it can actually put items into, it'll shove as many items as it can into it, and then it will be sorted out into its own individual chests. So what I might do is I might let it go for a little bit and see if we can get some of this actually working quite well. Okay, well, we've been going on for a little bit of time now, and the sun's starting to set. So let's see if this has now actually sorted out all the items. Let's see what we've got left. Now, I don't imagine this machine's going to operate entirely very quickly. It's just, we're really just shuffling one chest along every time that we move one block along. So it's probably not the quickest. So we'll check the chests first of all. I imagine that these are going to be empty. And they are. Now the hoppers, I don't think that they're going to be entirely empty. So, okay, that one is. Okay, that one is. That one is. And that one is. Okay, so what we should have in all these, yeah, is all the extra blocks that we had. So all of them have actually been sorted. And yeah, now we're all definitely actually got everything sorted. I can't believe that this actually worked so easy. It's a bit of a hard one to actually sort of figure out. If you follow along with the tutorial, if you want to build this, I might also just make a 3D file, just to make it a little bit more easier as far as being able to see how everything sort of is. But yeah, I think on the whole of it, like, this actually worked really, really easy. Is that sun going down? Yeah, I can see the reflection of the sun. I've turned on RTX as well, which I always think is very pretty. So yeah, if you guys want to try this out, definitely let me know. If you like the video, I'm not going to tell you to hit the button, so you can just choose to hit if you want. If not, then at least thanks for watching, guys. And in the meantime, yeah, definitely have fun with this. I mean, it's a very, very complicated method. If you have problems with it, just try to sort of copy it. It's not a very simple sort of method to actually work with. So just keep that in mind. It's fairly sort of advanced flying machine stuff. It starts getting a little bit towards the lines of walking flying machines and that sort of thing. So just remember that and you'll be pretty much fine. It's complicated, but you can do it. And aside from that, I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one. And yeah, as always, see you guys.